Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm in my Ariete Progetto, and I'm actually trying to do some crew training with the 10 times crew boosters that I had from the spring games. And I believe this is my Tier 7 Italian crew. Yes, I kept my Tier 7, Tier 8, Tier 9, and Tier 10. I really enjoyed all 4 of those tanks. DPM's not the greatest, but I love the mobility, the sneakiness, the vision, and the gun capacity when used correctly is fun in my opinion. Alright, so we're big dogs. We're on Erlenburg, and this is an encounter match. So let's break down Erlenburg. To me, this is the fight from either side. Whoever wins this fight has a lot of control of the map. I don't like this field over here. It's just too open, especially if Artie's available. Artie, if you want to stay alive, kill the guys on A9, A0. They're the ones that counter me on this hill, and then I'll come save you afterwards. Any guys in this upper field on the A line are pretty much dead. Once you spot them, they die or disappear back up, and then you can kill the heavy tanks in D9. If you proceed forward, there's usually a defense set up on the 1, 2, 3 line, which can shoot right across into that field. So get down in the bush in K8. And then you can spot anything in the big red or pink circle that I highlighted there, and you can make it a miserable time for them as they try to cross the field. Biggest thing on Erlenburg, in my opinion, is you don't want to be caught out in the field. So that's where you're going to lose the most health. Now, I did choose to use an encounter match on this, so even though it's Erlenburg 101, that's generally how team destruction or regular match is going to turn out. And an encounter match, I'm not going to play it like that just because I have to keep the tempo up for my team. And I know they have nothing really that's back there that's going to challenge us. Like I said, once they're spotted, they just hide behind their buildings. Trust me, IS3, I've been there before, buddy. Went to the most important part of the map and thought I had some cover fire, and I didn't. I had a lot of teammates behind me, but they just decided to hide in the city. Now I'm going to get into A0. You see the circle that I made there, and the reason being is because those guys that are hiding behind their houses over there are not going to be able to spot me, and I'm going to be able to open up a crossfire on them. All my tanks are shooting from one position, so by crawling over here, I'm going to open up another position. What do we got? So we got a defender and the ISM. And we get a shot into the ISM. We get a second shot into the ISM. Can we sneak one in? No, we miss. Shoots a little high. I think I probably only would have tracked him even if my shell flew true there. Alright, so now we're going to open up the angle even wider. My team's starting to push in on the 7 line. And if you're down in the bush down there, your teammate can snipe from that hill. Like, they're safe up there. They're going to stay unspotted. They're going to be able to give you cover fire. I've aced so many tanks on Erlenburg just because of this format. So if you follow this. Now, if you don't get an ace tanker every time you follow this same exact gameplay, then you can leave comments below and tell me how stupid I am or how poor that game plan is. But it works for me. I have a lot of good games. Now I loaded a PCR here because I figured I'd be shooting at the defender, but then this guy in the Dreadnought is nice enough to come over here, so I'm not going to dump my whole clip. I'm going to get some shells, and I'm hoping that the defender, and sure enough, he backs up far enough and he stays there. Am I going to get the 3rd shell in? No, he moves forward right as I shoot. So I'm not getting the kills, but I'm up to 2,500 damage, 300 assisted. And if you're watching how the game's playing out, we still have a lot of tanks in D9 because a lot of people don't like to leave that hill. And their defense is terrible. Like, if you're defending the north from these buildings, you might as well just chalk up the loss. You need to be back on the 2-3 line. You need to allow the southern team to drive through the field and stay hull down. Some of their teammates do that, but at that point they're so far whittled down that they don't really stand a chance at that point. So kill the Dreadnought, and now it is a crucial moment on what to do next. Well, first we see this T-34, so I throw my last shell into him, and my team's starting to push a little bit more. And knowing that it's an encounter match with 5 minutes left, they have tanks in the south. I'm going to drive across the field, and the guys in C2 are probably going to be able to shoot at us, especially with that prototype spotting for them. But we have to make a play. So the main thing here is if you want to get under the gun line of the guys that are sitting on that back ledge, and the way to do that is to get to the river. So you might have to trade some health, you might die for it. You see this proto's aiming at me. He knows that if I get over here that he is roasted. So I get over here, I'm going to use this T-34 as dead tank, and I'm going to look for shots on the proto, but he's got his whole tank turned towards me. So I just decide, you know what, dude, if you want to point your armor at me, then you have a good time getting all 7 of my tanks shells shoved in your side. Now I am targeted, and like I said, I'm working on my tier 7 Italian crew. He doesn't have a skill, so this is a rookie crew that I'm in the Progetto in, and we are up to 3,300 damage. But you can tell if I had my tier 10 crew, I'd be able to outspot everything. Maybe not everything. I'm not gonna outspot a scout probably, or maybe like a sneaky TD with camo binos. But this is a good tank as far as shut that scout down. As far as spotting, mobility, and though the DPM's down or lower, the gun is still combat capable in my opinion. So we load up, and there's only 3 of them left. So we decide, you know what, we don't really need to cap. Since they're supposed to assault, we'll show them how to assault. We've been showing them the whole game. Let's just put the pedal down and continue this match for them. So there's their Ariete and the Indian Panzer that's left. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing. And here comes the Ariete. Aren't we brothers? We're Italian brethren. What are you doing? So I get 2 shells into him, get a ram, my Stark shuts him down. And I'm trying to hopefully get a shell here to shut down the Indian Panzer. I'll take either a full pen or a kill. Either way works for me. So he looks over at my TVP. I get a full pen, I even get a ram and stay alive. And then my team shuts him down. And that is going to end the game on Erlenburg. So even though we push the north, and that's how you need to push the north. However, if you're not in like this scenario, go back to your base, defend it, let them come across, and then the end game always is a very chess match, very intriguing chess match. I love Erlenburg just because it's slow play and definitely like usually comes down to the wire. Ace tanker, 4,800 damage, 600 assisted. Hope you enjoyed. Get some tips on Erlenburg. We crushed them. That's all I got for you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.